So this is another example. This is a pocket watch. This is another example. You can see I'm right here, and I promise not to embarrass you. Are you from Connecticut? Oh, good. So this is a pocket watch. There's no magic tricks, there's no magnets, there's no strings. This is just a metaphor. So the metaphor is this: thoughts, words, and actions, the TWA. So let's say I'm thinking a circle. And without really moving, it kind of moves in the circle. Like I'm doing it. Like it's not witchcraft, I assure you. It's not even magic. It's just, it's the muscles in my brain. I mean, I can do this and it would be a miracle. Think about it. But I can also say, all right, rockabye baby, right? I can do that as well. Watch. I'm taking my thoughts, my words, things I'm saying to myself, and I'm saying back and forth, rockabye baby. Ta-da. So, this is a metaphor for taking our thoughts, words, and actions and aligning them. So I want you to think about why you came here, and I don't know, and I want you to think about what's important to you, and then I want you to hold the watch with either hand. And let's do a lie detector just to find out. So you're going to shake your head yes and no, and I promise not to embarrass you, and I promise not to ask you anything personal. It's just simple stuff. We're just going to calibrate where she's at, Karen's at. You'll shake your head yes or no. Are you in Connecticut now? Yes. Okay. So she shook her head and then it moved. All right. Then I'm going to ask you something that's completely false. Are you in Canada? Are you in Canada right now? All right. And it kind of moves a little differently. So let's do this. I have one over here. Let me get mine. So did you notice a difference at all? In the way it moved? Okay, all right. So believe me, this takes practice. This doesn't happen all the time. So why don't you stand a little bit forth like this, good. And I'm just holding it out here to see if we could get it going the same way. So I'm thinking rockabye baby. Let's see, and think, why don't you think of that too? Just think, as you see mine going back and forth, maybe you'll be influenced by it, and then you'll also be influenced by your thoughts as well, thinking that it's going back and forth. Okay, good. Now, let's try this. This is baby steps. You gotta do baby steps. I'll hold it out like that. And then what I'd like you to do is just think of a number between 1 and 10, or 1 and 12. Just say it out loud.
11.
Okay, great. So think of 11 and see if you can count it 11 times. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not sure, are you at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what is she at 10, 11? What is she at? I don't know. Has anybody got it?
10.
I think she's at 10. Excellent. So, you don't have to get a pocket watch and do this, but this is an illustration of how your thoughts, words, and actions can impact you. Now, here's the interesting thing. Do you know what's important to you? Don't tell me, but you know, because we want to keep it a secret. What I have found, and this is profound, this is the real magic that I've kind of come into, is if you get really focused on what's important to you, and you meditate, I'm not saying you have to join a monastery, it's not that sort of thing, or you daydream, or you just reflect on it every single day, you'll start to see things happen which will get you closer and closer and closer to what you want, and not what you don't want. So I'm looking at the time, boy, we only got about 10 minutes, but I do remember you saying the number 11. Open up your watch. You just pop it at the top. And then we're going to give her a big hand. Just pop it like this, watch. Pop, pop, pop. Just pop it. Just pop it. See, just pop it.
Oh, that.
Yeah, just pop it. No.
Oh,
No, let me
oh,
do
there
it.
it goes.
You got it. What time is it?
11.
11 o'clock, give her a hand. Does that say 11 o'clock? Okay, it says 11 o'clock. Karen, be careful as you go down the stairs. I don't have insurance. So, here's what I figured out, and I want to be on time, so we're going to do this really quick. This is what I found out as far as how to change and to get focus. Number one, you have to know what you want. So, here's my illustration. I want to write a book, and I'm in the process of writing the book, because I believe that writing a book will advance my career. More people will see me on Amazon, or I'll get other bookings, things like that. However, if my thoughts, words, and actions don't support what I want, I'll probably never write the book. So if I'm over here going, well, who's going to read a book from me? I only got a 3.2 average, but I do have a couple master's degrees, but I don't know. Books have been written about focus before. Most people only sell like 100 books. Maybe I can put it in the libraries, whatever. So my thoughts, my words, and my actions, if they don't support what I want, I won't get it. I'll be struggling. I'll be like the guy over here getting on the bus, and he's not on the bus, and he's losing all his money because he just can't get it together. So, the reason why you set an intention is so that you can change your TWA. You can stop it from going autopilot, and you have the opportunity to have it go a different direction. And the way that I was able to do this is with a deck of cards. This is a deck of cards, and they're special. They're not ordinary. Every single card has a different saying on it. Like, for instance, this one says, the real beauty is within you. This one says, make your passion a lifestyle. So every single card is different. It's a 52 deck, but every card says something different. They're not for sale. Eventually they will be. But right now, what I do is I use these cards to condition my mind. If it's true that we have 45 to 65,000 thoughts a day and 90% of them are the same, this helps me. And by the way, I just read recently, I can't believe this, depending on who you listen to, 43 to 48% of our life is habitual. Let that sink in. So I read this last week. 43 to 48% of our life is habitual. Let me say that again, that's a joke. But here's the deal. If it's true, then I can change it. All I have to do, you're a magnet for happiness. There's another one. All I have to do is condition my mind. All I have to do is change my mind. All I have to do is reflect. All I have to do is figure out what's important. All I have to do is condition my mind. So, it looks like magic, but it's not. It's knowing what you want, and then conditioning your thoughts, words, and actions. So, you in the back, what's your name again?
Sandra.
Sandra, come on up. I want to show you a demonstration. I promise not to embarrass you. Give her a hand. Give her a hand so that she's encouraged to run to the stage. So I want you to take a look at this, and take a look at the cards. Just take a look at them really quick. They're all different, all different, all different. You like it, they're good, Right now I do $25 a deck for these. Eventually, if I can get it down to maybe 5 or 10, I'll sell them for a reasonable price of $100 a piece. All right, so what I'd like you to do is I want you to think about what you want, but don't tell me. Just don't tell anybody. You really need to keep this a secret. And then, as you're keeping it a secret, I'd like you to just go through the cards and just let one pop out like this with your intuition, without looking. So you're not going to look. You're not going to look at the. Oh, I like this one. You're just kind of going through the cards, and I really got to get out of here at 7, so let's go with this card. That's one of those things. Okay. So, and then we're not going to look at it. We're going to keep it hidden. So, go ahead, just pick a card, any card that you want, choose it, don't look at it, keep it a secret. Don't even show me. Okay, which card you got? All right, so I'm going to give it to you, ma'am. So just slide the one card into this envelope. Excellent. And I'm going to give it to you. All I promise, or all I ask you to do, is not open it up, okay? And you trust her, right? All right, good. Now I want you to stand right over here. Yes. And I want you to imagine, as you're facing the wall, of what you want. Close your eyes, and imagine that what you want is far away from you, is black and white, is something that you're never going to get. So open your eyes. So how do you feel right now? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel that you're going to get what you want? 1 being low, 10 being high.
8.
Okay, excellent. So, I want you to take this lock and this key, and I want you to open the lock with the key. How are you feeling now? What's your emotions? How are you feeling?
Frustrated.
Okay, frustrated. That's where I want you. All right, so she's frustrated. Excellent. Now think about what you want and think about being frustrated. Think about what you want and think about being frustrated. Are you still at an 8?
7.
I have 7. See how easy it is to influence people? Now, we do this to ourselves. Whatever. We say certain things, we act a certain way, and we put ourselves into a hypnotic trance. So, stand over here with me. Now, shoulders back, in a superwoman's position, women's power. Close your eyes, see it in living color, whatever it is. It's bright, it's loud. You feel it in your heart, you can feel it in your emotions. And you know that you're not a 7, you know that you're not an 8. What do you feel now?
10.
You're 10, okay, great. Here, open that lock. Open up. Oh, wait. I forgot. I totally forgot. I'm running late out. I just got a little crazy. So we got this card for you. Open up the envelope and take a look at the card. Don't tell me about it. I don't want to see it.
Okay.
All right, do you see it? Don't say it, but think of it to yourself.
Do I look at it?
Oh, by the way, look in the envelope. Is there something else in the envelope?
Yes.
What is in the envelope?
A key.
A key! All right, so try the key in the lock. How do you feel about what you want now?
I can have it.
Okay, now, you didn't tell me what was written on that card,
No.
and you picked it, and you didn't tell me what you're thinking of.
No.
However, I will tell you, did you look at the card?
No.
Okay, I didn't either, but why don't you look at it? Do you think by looking at that card that would impact you, influence you, condition you to get to you what you want?
Yes.
So, I have spoken all over the world, and you know, money is not the issue for most people. I know people that are multimillionaires. They're terrible in their relationships. They're terrible in what's going on in their life. They're not happy. So money is not the issue for you, is it?
No.
No, I didn't think so. And I'll tell you why, because most people don't really want the money, and it's not even what the money can bring them. It's not. It's the happiness knowing it's an emotional thing. That's what I'm feeling. And just daydream for a minute. I don't know who this is or what this is, but I'm getting feelings, and I'm picking up on something that's not tangible. In other words, you can't really put it in a box or a wheelbarrow. You can't really classify it by saying, it's not a noun. I'm feeling it's a verb. And that you can and you will. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you know that you're a 10. And you were over here as a 7, and then you were frustrated, but now you feel differently. And I just want you to know that what you really truly want wants you.
Good.
And it's love.
Yes.
Thank you. Give her a hand. Watch yourself as you go down the steps. Thank you so much. So, in business, in relationships, in sales, in marketing, in anything, it's all about rapport. It's all about rapport. You want to be able to pick up on other people's feelings. And the reason why most of us can't do this is because we're so focused on ourselves. And if we're focused on ourselves, we can't pick up vibes of other people. We can't pick up hints. We don't listen to what they're saying. The average person is not going to tell us what's important to them. They're going to keep it a secret. So we don't know what's important to them. So it's really a secret. But the clues that we have is things that they say, tells, or the actions that they say. And if we're not focused on ourselves, and we're focused on them, see, this is what I learned. In the West, the focus is, especially Fairfield County, especially New England, it's all about getting things done, working in Manhattan, being successful. And in the West, it's about results. This is masculine energy. And when I say masculine energy, I could be talking about a woman, a male, a child, any person. How's that for any person? I'm going to get this done. All right, that's masculine energy. This is the West. This is New England. This is New York. In the East, it comes easier. In the East, it's about reflection. And the reflection brings about the connection. And so the connection is, I'm not focused on me. Because that's a lot of suffering. It's a lot of suffering. Believe me. But when you focus on me, and you focus on other people, you'll start to see the connection that will truly make you happy. And it's all about the rapport. It's all about rapport. We're going to end with this. So one more demonstration. The lady in the back, please come up, give her a hand. What is your name?
Brooke.
I'm sorry?
Brooke.
I think she said Brooke. So, rapport. A lot of times what we try to do is we try to get rapport with, oh, do you like the Yankees? Yeah, not me either, right? Do you like the Red Sox? Are you a baseball fan, football fan? No? No, I'm not either. So we try to get rapport that way, and we try it with our words. However, a better way is matching and mirroring. It's like when I call libraries or I call businesses and I pick up the phone and I call them up and they go, hello, H&R Block. I go, hi, it's Greg Dwyer. I match it, I mirror it. I'm entering into the person's world, and that's what I'm attempting to do right now. So, you understand? Are you from Connecticut originally?
No.
No. Where are you from?
Originally from Minnesota.
Minnesota. What brought you here to Connecticut?
My father's job.
Oh, okay. What kind of work?
Corporate attorney.
Wow. Wow. My father did blue collar in Fairfield. So what was it like being with a dad, that kind of work as an attorney? What was that like? Was he ever home or not home, or?
It was a very nice life.
It was. Oh, good. Excellent. All right. So what I'm looking to do is to build rapport, to find something in common. So there was a movie. I don't know if you remember it. It was called Magic. Anthony Hopkins was in it, and the other person that was in it was Margaret. What's her name? Help me out here. Having a senior moment. Anne Margaret. I don't know if you saw it. In 1978, I was in high school. Did you see the movie? Okay. So Anthony Hopkins is this young guy, and he wants to impress the girl. So he wants to build rapport. So he has two decks of cards. She pulls a card, he pulls a card, and they're the same card. But it's just a card trick, because he pulls his card after her, so he knows. You watch the movie, you can figure it out. So I have two decks of cards here. I'll give you one. Take a look. Take a look, take a look, take a look, take a look. Why don't you stand over here and I'll stand over there. We'll switch. So, Every single one of my deck cards are different, as you can see. And yours, they're all different. And we'll just kind of give them a little shuffle. Just shuffle them up. You wouldn't believe the mess I had before the lecture. They were all over the floor, and it was my fault. Then we're going to switch cards in a minute. We're going to switch decks. So you take a look at my deck, I'll take a look at yours, and you let me know if you feel comfortable with the deck. And now, you can keep that, or you can switch it. It's totally up to you. Like, do you want that deck, or do you want this deck? It's totally up to you. You want to switch? You good? Okay, so face everybody. So, think about what you want, what you came here for. What the thing you thought about before you got up on stage when I asked you before the lecture to think about one thing. So think about that one thing. And as you're going through the deck, and I'm going to show you first. Watch me, because I'm going to go first. I'm actually going to go first. So you're going to mirror me. You're going to match me. So I'm thinking about what I want, but I'm also thinking about what you want, which I don't know. But I know most people. Believe it. I've met thousands of people, more than that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to just go through the deck. And I'm reflecting. Like, that's what I'm really doing. Yeah. And I'm going to go, I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. So you're going to do the same thing in a moment. So watch me. So I'm going to put this here. And you do the same. So just kind of reflect on what you want. Reflect on what you want. And then stop at a card. You already stopped? Okay, go ahead. No, don't look, please. Please don't look. You want to use your intuition, and you want to use reflection, and you want to trust your imagination. Got it? Okay. So I don't want to touch it, just put it in the box. Just slide it in there. Okay? And then you can hand me this as well. All right. We will come back to the cards in a moment. Do you like red?
No.
Or do you like blue?
Blue.
All right, that's for you. All right. So here's my red. And there's your blue. So when you have to figure out people, here's the secret. This has taken me years to figure out. Most people are concerned about one of five things. Number one, this is their health. This reminds me of the sun. It's completeness. Believe it or not, one time or another we'll be concerned about our health. They say the person that has 100 goals is really healthy, but the person that is kind of sick only has one goal. You look pretty healthy. So health, believe it or not, health is something that people come to me for, they talk to me about, or you meet people that are concerned about health. These are symbols, because symbols communicate better than words. The other one is relationships. This is love. This is husband, wife, brother, sister. This is connection. This could be connection with the universe. If you believe in a higher power, this is connection. People are dying for connection. The last couple of years have been crazy. This is 3 lines which represents currency. Currency is money flowing into your life, money flowing out. It's what money can buy. I knew money wasn't an issue for you. I knew that you weren't focused on that. But some people, their whole life is about making money. And then the next one is emotionally, it's like a house. It's a foundation. It's solid. This is emotions. It could be love. It could be any emotion. The opposite of anxiety. The opposite of anger. Believe it or not, you could have great relationships, but if your emotional life, is lacking, like whatever, think of an emotion, whatever emotion you can think of, it has to do with this area. I want to improve, I want to have more of this emotion, and it's not anger, right? And then lastly, it is the star, which is your career, your calling. So when I meet people, I size them up. I called Stephanie ahead of time. I wanted to get to know her. I wanted to listen to her. I met her before. I met some of you before. You do this, I do this. We read people. We read people in an instant. Do I like this person? Faux, Fred. What I go is I go a different level because I'm not thinking about myself because I'm a Dale Carnegie graduate. I'm thinking about who is this person? Yeah. And Brooke, don't say it because you'll ruin the finale. Brooke has something that's important to her. Really important to her. And I don't know what it is right now, but she knows. It's one thing, you wrote it down. She knows it, it's a secret. We're going to see if we can figure it out. So, this is health, this is relationships, this is money, this is emotions, this is career. So what I'd like you to do is take your, actually, I'm going to come over here with my pad. There are crayons over here. There's a black crayon. I'll give it to you to make it a lot easier. There's a black crayon. I would like you to draw what I just put on the board. And I'm going to draw it too. Do you have, okay, you have the crayon. I have some crayons too. So I'm going to draw the circle and the X and the squiggly lines and the square, which is emotion, and then the other one, which is career. Why don't you stand on this side and I'll switch with you. Okay. Now what I'd like you to do, Brooke, is if you're concerned about your health, circle the circle, but don't do it now. If it's relationships, circle the relationships, cross. If it's the three lines, which is money, 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 you'll circle that. If it's emotions like joy or love or happiness or whatever you think about, you would circle the square. And if it's career, you're going to circle the other one. I'm going to circle what I think. I'm just going to make a guess because I have no idea exactly if I'll be right. I have a choice of like 1 in 5. Okay? Did you do it?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Now next to you is a box of crayons. Do you see them? Okay. There are colors. They're primary colors. Take a look. There's a red. You can take a look at it. Because you're going to choose one of those in a moment. So there's a red, blue, yellow, green. Choose one now while my back is turned. One crayon. Just choose one crayon. Got it? All right. So I'd like you to take that crayon, whatever it is, and color in the object that you color. And I'm going to do my best to do the same. I have a couple crayons here. Now this is Rapport 101, and this is what I teach people in sales. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, here's my pad. I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to take a look at what you wrote, and let's see if Brooke and I are on the same page. You circled the square, and you colored it in orange, and I colored it in orange as well. That's Rapport. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll tell you why I know that we're in Rapport. We had 2 separate decks. You shuffled it and I shuffled it. Do you remember? Watch this. Come over here. Face the audience. Never turn your back on the audience. You can never trust these people. All right. 2 cards. Remember? This was your card. Take a look at it. This was my card. Take a look at it and tell the audience if they are the same card.
They are.
What do they say?
Free yourself to fly with your imagination.
Free yourself to fly with your imagination. Brooke, thank you so much for making this wonderful. So that concludes my lecture. I will tell you that all of my notes are at gregdwyer.com. So all you have to do is go to gregdwyer.com and send me an email, and I will send you a full PDF of all the details, all the information, and all the secrets that you're wanting to know about this. So if you want to know more, you've got to go to gregdwyer.com, and when you go to gregdwyer.com,